Good morning, everybody. This is Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building. I had a little technical issue. I went live for a second, as Michelle was letting me know, but I'm back on it. I just wait for some of you guys to come around. Things come up. Got to adapt and overcome. I think honestly, I went to go up and my something about my camera wasn't connected to my browser, so I had to have a backup plan. So I apologize if it's a little delayed, but I am here in the building for another Monday motivation. Thank you, Michelle. Engineering runs in the family for you guys. It felt like I was doing the SPSEdge podcast with TJ and Orlando. You guys are holding me down, but no, all is well. Just a little technical issue that I was able to overcome. Thank you very much. Really been thinking about this Monday motivation since the middle of the week. Like I always say, my Monday motivation is influenced by life events and daily events, and I had a little shift. I'm getting ready for the holiday and Christmas, which means my daughter has a Christmas tree that's just filled with things, as we know, but in a very good mindset. So what's today's Monday motivation, everybody? It is what you want may not always be what you need. I know. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer right now. I'm not trying to tell you what you think you really want it, but you don't need it. I'm not trying to hurt feelings, but I had a scenario that I had to process something. And I remember having some limitations on something that I wanted just based on priorities and things I needed to say. I hit a chord. Michelle said, say it. Just based on priorities and whatnot. But I realized that when I want something, and we're defining want as having a desire to possess or do something, or a wish for. And what is desire? Desire is defined as to strongly wish or want something. When I really strongly desired something, sometimes it took me away from what I really needed to do. Now, what is need defined as? Need is defined as to require something because it is essential and very important. Who would have thought the word essential would be potentially controversial in 2020 going into 2021. We hear about essential workers and essential things like that. The essential workers, the frontline workers, the healthcare workers, the first responders are considered essential, and they will be getting the COVID vaccine. Look at that, Michelle. We went from talking about COVID in March and the pandemic hitting, and here we are making progress with the vaccine hitting Michigan and starting to be moved around. So what I want to get back to is the topic, though. I realized something, Michelle. I had a breakthrough. I realized that when I'm able to get what I want, rarely do I focus on what I need to take care of. When I'm able to focus on just my wants and desires and just getting, the apple of my eye, getting everything just filled up, my wants filled up, it's great. But I never really go back and focus on what I need. However, when I don't get what I want, I have to focus on the very specific things I need. And what that did for me, it told me that if I was able to just get up and just go and have the freedom, to go where I want, get what I want, have what I want, I wouldn't turn around and focus on the things I need to focus on. Case in point, many of you guys have been seeing me cover Michigan State football and basketball, just like I did last season. But as you know, with time, things build up. And over time, particularly Coach Izzo and I have been able to have some great dialogue, not necessarily about the X's and O's of sports, but about the mental toughness part, because my introduction to Coach Izzo several years ago shifted to that. And he's known my path and the growth that he and I both have had. So I say that if I would have got everything I wanted, to be able to just travel the country in a COVID-free society, for example, to be able to just do whatever I wanted to do going forward, I wouldn't really sit back and focus hard on the things I need to focus on. I wouldn't really come home and open up my psychology book, The Foundations of Behavior Neuroscience, and go through it and talk about things like glucocorticoids. Yeah, I've been wanting to say that word for a long time. Glucocorticoids, Michelle. Meaning that had I got everything that I wanted and did everything that I wanted to do with no issue, I wouldn't really focus on the things I need to focus on. I really wouldn't be digging deep into my craft. See, if we got everything we wanted, will we really stop and study? Will we really stop and work harder on our craft? Or is it because when we don't get what we want, we work harder, we drill down deeper, we go further? Sim Wong Hu may sound like a Confucius era philosopher or someone who can share information from 100 years ago. But no, Sim Wong Hu is the CEO of Creative Technology. They were competing with Apple. Matter of fact, they sued Apple for $100 million because of copyright infringement. So Apple was really taking some of their technology. But he said something that was very powerful and amazing. I've shared this with a few people already. He said, you have to find the cracks in the universe and push through them. Find the cracks in the universe and push through them. So what do I mean by that? And a lot of times we're in situations we don't want to be in. We're in a job that we feel that we're stuck at. Sometimes it can have something to do with a relationship that we're not really happy with. It may be a scenario that we haven't moved to the next level. But if you follow Sim Wong Hu's advice, who's a billionaire, by the way, who's a billionaire right now, saying find the cracks in the universe and push through them, meaning look at your situation. And it may not be ideal, but if you study your situation enough, you will find there are opportunities and lanes for you to push through. Perfect example would be me getting media credentials to cover Michigan State basketball and football. An opportunity presented itself. I found a crack in the universe. And through that, I'm able to have probably more communication and dialogue with someone like Tom Izzo about issues of mental toughness that has a broader appeal than had I had things the way I wanted, where in a pandemic-free world, it would just be me at the gym talking to Tom Izzo indirectly after practice. But now it's me being able to talk to Coach Izzo, talk to the players, and have a broader impact with the work that I'm doing. I feel that if I got what I wanted, if I would have really had what I wanted, I wouldn't really drill down and do the things I needed to do. So I'm not trying to deny you of wants and desires. You should have wants and desires. You look at my Instagram likes. I like all the exotic cars. I like all the tropical places to go visit. You should not have a want. I'm not telling you to deny yourself for that. But I'm saying don't put yourself in a position when you feel that you're not fulfilling the promises to yourself in the world because you can't have what you want. Sometimes what you want is not what you need. You need to be able to stay locked in, stay focused, drill down, learn more, go deeper into something, whether it's deeper into a subject or deeper into a relationship. Because if we get what we want, sometimes we won't pay attention to the things that we need to focus on, the things we really need. And what do we say need is defined as? Need is defined as something that is essential. You're right, Michelle. Sometimes we need to be forced to focus. Very good. I like that. We have to be forced to focus. Because if we don't get forced to focus, we won't do it. We won't do the things we need to do. So again, I'm not trying to take the fun out. I'm not trying to say, it's all about rice cakes and no flavor. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just being and generally saying that sometimes when you don't get what you want, take a step back and really assess it and be honest with yourself in that evaluation. Shout out to Jamal. I don't know where you are in the world right now, brother. You're probably in Cambodia, Colombia, Nicaragua. My man is all over the place. I appreciate you, man, for checking in. But my point being is if you're denied something that you want, have some honest self-evaluation and step back and look and say to yourself, okay, I may want it, but do I really need it? And do I need to focus on what I need to do right now, not what I want to do? Do I need to focus on what I need to do, not what I want to do? Thank you, Brother Harris. I appreciate you always checking in all the time. So with that, I'm getting a text message from my daughter saying good morning. So it tells me I want to get off and get ready to get with her and get the day started. I really appreciate you guys checking in. I hope this message had a positive impact. Hope you can have a great week. We are getting ready to get into the holiday break, which can be a difficult time for many because it reminds us of traumatic times in our life. But I hope that you can have the ability to get through that. Don't let Christmas break you. Don't let it break you mentally, spiritually, physically, or financially. Don't feel that you have to do all these things and put all these things out here in the world to get this artificial return. I see my young man, Brother Eric Glass, Jr., good to see you. I'm due to catch up with you. I just appreciate everybody's support, and I'm glad this message is having a positive impact. So you have a great day. You have a great week. You have a great year because we're wrapping up this year. And I don't care what comes at us in 2021. We're going to be ready for it because what we want is not always what we need, but we're going to stand tall and be successful. I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love from SPS. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.